Just the fool, I thought I knew you act different when you pop too. I hope these words get through to you. I hope these words get through to you.
YouTube. No, it's good, everybody. Fix it. My bad. Okay. Dollar defensive ebook, right? Let's go over it. Let's get into it right away. Let's go over personnel, right? Personnel, best guys on the outside, right? So outside corners in this position, your best, fastest guys, right? High man coverage. You're gonna be playing a lot of man, and you're gonna be playing zone depending on what you like to do, right? So, but man coverage is probably gonna be what you're gonna want to be in for the most part, right? Until they can show they can beat it, right? Most people can't beat it. If they, you know what I'm saying, if you're playing a bot, if they show they can beat it, you know what I'm saying, that's when you get, you know what I'm saying, you get adjusted, you know what I'm saying, or you get into zone coverage, right? So in the slot, we don't really have in MUT. If you have like franchise and you can get fast guys here, get fast guys here, but you get the best available in every position in MUT. But if you can't get best available corners, get like the fastest guys. I know we have that 87 speed Caleb Farley guy. He's like 87 speed, and then we get a free Moss as well. That wouldn't be bad in the slot because he's tall, so he could potentially get swats when he's blitzing, when you're blitzing in DB fire or blitzing in spinner. I'll go over that as well. Who else? Yeah, safeties, good man coverage if you can afford it. Like I know we have Justin Reed in MUT, we have Ronnie Lott, we have Micah Hyde. So just best man coverage. And on your outside corners, you want mid route KO. Mid route KO is the best KO in this game because the short route KOs, if they're running short routes like something like drags or something, slants, you're going to be able to tackle them. And if you don't, somebody else will tackle them. Mid route KOs are like post routes, corner routes, stuff like that. You want to be able to basically cheat them when they catch it and then make them drop it. So mid route KO is the best KO in this game currently. So make sure you get medium route KOs. And yeah, linebackers at safety. I mean linebackers here or safeties in the middle linebacker position. It's really whatever you prefer. This year they kind of both do the same thing. Like the safeties jump a little better as always, but the linebackers don't really jump that bad. So you can use safeties or linebackers, whatever you prefer. If you want lurker on them, you can put lurker on them. On your linebackers, your safeties don't really need it, but you know what I'm saying, I just prefer, it really just doesn't matter. Honestly, I would go safeties here because speed. So I would go safeties here. That's what I run. I run safeties here. So speed is the best. So that's it for personnel and stuff like that. Really, in terms of like coach adjustments, you can basically, I like to keep it all on default until they start, you know what I'm saying, showing that they can box. It's showing that they can beat you. And then that's when you can, you know what I'm saying, I'll go over like what you want to do in certain situations, but just keep it default for stock because you can put it on like 20 and 5, right? Like the standard, right? For like corner routes and then, you know what I'm saying, drag routes and stuff like that, and then basically like short little routes and stuff like that. But for man coverage, I don't even like 20 and 5. For man coverage, I just keep curls at like around 15 to 25, depending on if they're like, depending on the formation they're in. And then I don't really even change my flats. I just literally keep 2 curls, right? And then for this defense. So, but I'll show you in certain scenarios where you want to have 20 and 5. I'll show you guys when we get into the ebook. But yeah, that's it. Let's get into it. All right, first play we're going to be going over is spinner. Just a standard 5-man blitz out of spinner versus 5 routes out. Now, this is versus tight, right? First thing you want to do, you want to press, and then you want to crash your D-line towards the running back side. Boom. And then all you want to do is use the linebacker on this side towards the halfback, right? On the halfback side. Now, this guy, sometimes there'll be alignments where he will be blitzing and you don't want him to blitz. This is just your standard 5-man. There'll be alignments sometime where he's blitzing and he's not manned up to anybody and the safety is manned up to like the running back, right? And you will have to reman this guy up to the tight end, right? Or the running back, depending on, well, the tight end, yeah. And then the safety will be on the running back, and then your job will basically be guard everything towards, like, you know what I'm saying, anything that's open, any route that you see developing that's going to be open. If it's a post, you see if it's a post, you know what I'm saying, you'll see it early. if it's because you know tights, they usually run in bench or something like that. If there's zigs underneath, you'll give that up. You'll give that up every single time. If there's posts, you wanna go guard the post. If there's a corner and you see a corner coming, you want to guard the corner closest to where you are. If there's a corner from the opposite side of, you know what I'm saying, then you're kind of going to leave it because they're going to have to throw it, obviously. And so for in this formation, since he's not on anybody and the safety's manned up to the tight end, you can put this guy in his zone. You can put him in a curl, you can put him in a hook, you can put him in a mid read for the post. Like I said, I like to keep curls. So I'll put them in I'll put the curl on like a 15 or 20 or just standard just to start off to see if they're actually throwing corner routes from that side. If they're like on tight offset, they're probably going to throw corner routes from this inside receiver number 10 where he is. So boom, right? So yeah, and then so just crash towards the running back and then blitz your user. Make sure you blitz your user. And if that linebacker on the right side is not manned up to the tight end, you man him up himself. And then all you want to do, if the running back goes on a route, you want to kind of check what route he's at. So if he's on the table route, you want to go to him, you know what I'm saying? Just go to him and guard it, but go to him and guard it and then kind of leave it fast. So for instance, if the running back's on a table route and then and then that Cooper Kupp guy is on a corner route, you want to run to the running back and then go towards the corner route because you know the corner route is going to win. That's why I like safeties and linebacker. They're just faster. So you can actually make that play, right? Too, because then you'll just leave the table route, right? If the user sees you kind of go to the table route, he's probably not going to throw it. He might throw it late and test your user, but it's like you'll rather live with a table route than a corner route. You know what I mean? And then, so yeah, that's what you want to do. And 5-man blitz, boom, go right there, and you see it just comes in screaming free pretty easily, right? Now, I'll show this again. My bad, I didn't mean to do that. Hold on 1 second. So yeah, we'll show this again. Crash towards the running back. What I mean by crash is slant your defensive line, the point of attack, right to the left. If the running back's on the left, if he's on the right, he's on the right. Boom, right there, curl. And what I mean by slant is D-pad. Wait, how do I do it? That's so much of memory now. D-pad, left D-pad, and then right stick to the left, right? And right stick to the right if he's on the right, just the side towards the running back, right? Basically. And then, yeah, I kind of like to stand right here, closer, because right behind the defensive end to just make the left guard or the left guard or the left tackle kind of basically put his attention towards me, right on his right hip, right here, on the defensive end. Don't get too close and don't get too far so you don't bump him and make it mess up. And then so you actually can run to the running back. You can stand right here to make it come in pretty much way faster and all the time, more consistently 5-man, but then they can just literally toss it to the running back pretty easily. So I like to kind of stand right here, so I'm in the running back's area, right? So I can basically see if he's going on a table or something like that, a table, a wheel, you know what I'm saying? If he comes on an angle route, standing right here doesn't really matter because he's coming to you. If he goes on an in route, it won't even really matter standing over there either. But on table routes and wheel routes and stuff like that, on an out route, you kind of want to stand right here. So yeah, put this guy in the zone, and boom. And it's just going to come in every single time. Now, sometimes it'll get picked up, but it rarely gets picked up. 5-man blitzes in this game are very effective, and they're very good this year. So that's kind of like a 5-on-5 is pretty good this year, especially if it's a 5-on-5 blitz from certain angles. So you see that one, that will happen sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Where it won't come in, and then you'll actually get something like a post route or something like that. But that's something you kind of got to live with, right? So boom, right there. I'll put him in a mid read. If you see something like that happen, boom, and go, boom, easy money right there. Both of them came in. I think that was the DT that actually got a. I didn't see what happened. He probably came through the A gap. I actually didn't see. I'm not gonna replay it. I'm gonna show this one more time, then we'll get into the next play. I put him in the mid, just in case he's going for the post. I'll leave the slants and I'll leave the corner routes for these guys, right? So I'm going left corner. I'm going boom, Cooper Kupp, boom, right there. Everything, boom, everything bagged, everything locked up. That's spinner one. Now, I'll show you two ways to run this versus trip sets. So in trip sets, right, this is what I was talking about the linebackers being lined up wrong. It's only when you baseline, right? So it's not only when you baseline, I don't think. It might be only when you baseline. Sometimes the alignment is weird in certain formations. But I know when you base align, it's like this, right? So when you come out of spinner and you're base aligned in like a trip set, right? This guy, when you press, is going to be blitzing, right? And so it's kind of better if you like it like this. Pause. So you can line up, you can line this guy up over here. You know what I'm saying? You might want to move him over real quick just in case, like, so because if he's on like a corner route, like which is like a common route in like trips tight end, which is double and sail, and he's on a corner route, that corner route will fry him if he's standing like over here. So you might want to man him up over here, right? And then you want to do the same setup. So you want to press, right? You want to basically slant towards the running back so you'll crash right this time, and then the blitz your user, and then you just kind of want to stand right here, right? You're still able to run to the running back, stand right here, boom. Basically try to grab the guard's attention, the right guard here, and then the safety is manned up to the running back. Now, me personally, I would change this safety to like, you know what I'm saying, maybe a deep zone, maybe a curl or a cloud, right? So curl and then shade underneath and over the top for a cloud, or just change it to a curl, just because that corner route in like a trip set is kind of annoying to deal with. And then keep him away from the running back. You'll guard the running back yourself, or you'll live with like certain routes the running back will go on, right? So you'll live with the table route. You'll guard the table, but you won't guard it fully. You'll probably run to it and then come back. You'll live with the table. You'll guard the angle route, like anything over the middle of the field, angle route, in route from the running back, something like that. You'll live with like out routes or table routes, and you'll let that safety basically come and tackle him. This is if you have no zone drops, right? But if you have like a 15 for the corner route, you know what I'm saying, just so he's in the area, they can still lead passes towards the sideline on the curl sometimes. So just be careful if you want to put like a cloud over there, that'll play it better. If you want to put a cloud, just shade underneath and then over the top, right, to put a cloud. But yeah, if you want to do that, that's what you can do. And then you want to like guard the left side of the field, leave the running back. Sometimes they'll block the running back if they see, you know what I'm saying, that this is coming home. But yeah, boom, that's kind of what I would have to say for trips. Boom. And that will happen sometimes. Like sometimes that will happen right there, which will be like, you know what I'm saying, a nice corner route, and you'll have to live with that. Like that's something that you'll have to live with. And so boom, so crash, right? Man this guy up, move him over real quick if you can. Since it's simple setups, you don't really have to like worry about not being able to make that read, right? So boom. If not, you can leave that safety, you ran up to the running back, right? And then you'll just guard. You'll see something. So if you see, for example, if you see a corner route from the tight end, you'll guard it. You'll guard the slant, and I am getting corner routed, and that's probably the thing that's going to be open in this, you know what I'm saying, in this game. So you'll probably have to live with that. So I'll show you guys how to stop that if that happens though. So man this guy up, move him over. You don't have to move him over, but it would probably be better to move him over. And then stand right here. You can shade outside and then over the top, right? And then to help that corner route, since that safety is basically giving them a free release, this should help. Straight outside and then over the top. Boom. The blitz doesn't come through. Boom. See, now it stopped it. You shaded outside and over the top, so you're helping the corner out. You're basically telling your corners to play the outside of them, and then play over the top. So you're kind of basically gonna guard the corner out better. So boom. You can leave that linebacker there, but I know like on trips tight end when they motion over, like let's say they motion over the outside receiver or something like that, I know they're probably gonna run double and sail with like a slant, with like a motion over slant or motion over drag, and so you kind of have to know like route combos and know what people are kind of running. So if they're doing that, something like that, then you know like, okay, that guy's going on a corner route, so move him over. Or you know what I'm saying, if they motion him over, move him over real quick while they're motioning, and then you know what I'm saying, and then put him right there. But sometimes you might have to just live with this. So right there, boom. And then the blitz comes in. Like the blitz coming in is so fast that even if they do throw that corner route like they did a couple times, they might not be able to throw it every single time. That's the thing. So slant right, boom, press, easy money, right, man that guy up, right? So if they are able to throw it sometimes, shade outside and then shade over the top. If they're able to throw it sometimes, they might not be able to throw it all the time, and the blitz will come in, and then you can get a DB sack pick, you know what I'm saying, sometimes, and Boom, easy money. Now this is versus trips, right? I gave you versus tight formation, gave you versus trips. This should be what you need. Now, sometimes, let's say you can, here, this is a little bonus, right? I didn't mean to do that, my bad. But yeah, sometimes you'll get quick snapped and you know what I'm saying, something like that. So if, for example, right, you don't, you want to, like, you know what I'm saying, you want to just get quick adjusty, right, on them, right? So let's say you know the corner route's coming. Put this guy in an outside quarter, your outside guy right here. Put him on an outside quarter, right? And then you want to put this guy, boom, you will man him up right here. You'll put this guy right here in a curl flat, right? In a cloud flat, and then you'll put this guy on the deep zone right here. So you have something like this, like a inverted cover 2 on the left side, right? And then you'll have your middle zone in a deep zone for post or something like that. And then you could leave that guy manned up, but if you want, you can have like basically a cover 2 kind of, right? Like on the left, well, I wouldn't say cover 2 really, because yeah, kind of like a cover 2 on the left side middle, and then you're guarding everything on the right. And then just leave this right here, something like this, and then right, so crash right, press, basically run your setup, put your put it right here. I'm saying something like this, and then you have a 5-man blitz, and you're running to that tight end. If the tight end goes on a corner route, you're running to everything over like the right side of the field. And that's a little bonus for you guys. Something like that will kind of like, it'll bag a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? Because they'll, if they see you in man coverage and they don't know the difference, they'll kind of basically just like really get bagged. So something like this, you know what I'm saying, nice little cover 2, and then you're running to everything on the right side of the field. So you're having a slant coming over to the right, a drag coming over to the right, you know what I'm saying, the tight end corner you're going to, and that's what you're basically going to run to. So you see that, let's say they're going on a corner route, so I got the spoon, boom, boom, and I'm going to the corner route. Easy money. And that's this is like a setup that, this is a bonus setup for you guys. Not even, you know what I'm saying, like if you were to get $1 ebook, you wouldn't see this. So this is a bonus setup for you guys. And yeah, that's it for dollar versus trips. I remember what I said about base aligning. So just so you get this alignment to where, you know what I'm saying, where the opposite corner is on this side and they're all closer in, blitzed in, right? So they're closer, because if you don't base align, it won't be like this. The corner will be, this guy will be like on the outside, and then there'll be this slot corner right here will be right here guarded on him, and then the safety will be on the tight end. So I just want to, you know, let me show you guys this so you guys kind of see. And you can prefer whatever alignment you prefer, you can use that alignment, right? So something like this, right? Let me just show you guys real quick, right? So something like this, it'll be like this, right? Press, and this will be the alignment. Now the blitz will come in a little bit slower, but it does have more consistency to come in because it's coming in from so far away. So usually the left guy comes in a lot, the right guy might get picked up, but the left guy is going to come in free. But yeah, if you're doing this, then you could do something like that. Put that guy in a curl or a hook curl. If they're running like a slant, a motion over slant, put them in a hook. If you see a motion over, I like to put them in a hook if I see a motion. If not, I might just keep them in a curl. This year, they don't really get to the outside fast. So if they're running like a corner route, they won't really get there fast. It's the safeties do get there if you're putting like a safety in a curl, just from where the safeties are positioned, right? So like in a curl, you won't really do anything. So, you know what I'm saying, a mid read, a hook curl, you know what I'm saying. A curl, he might do something if they're running like curl flats, something like that, like the play curl flat, like so it will work for something like that, but it won't really work for a corner route. Not this year. Sometimes it does, but it's like, from what I noticed, like it's not really that consistent. It doesn't really get out there. Sometimes the corner route can get led past free form to the top. But yeah, if you like this alignment, you can run this alignment, crash, right, and then you can run this alignment. I'll show you guys like that. I think it is kind of easier to adjust out of the other alignment. It actually got picked up, right? The blitz got picked up. It doesn't always get picked up like that. I'll show you guys again. But I think it is kind of easy to get really adjusty out of the other alignment. So that's just my opinion. But yeah, it does get, all right, so boom, right there, boom. Snap it, and you see it comes in. He actually just rolled out. The computer just rolled out. Now The other alignment does probably have more consistency in practice mode, but in my opinion, this alignment has more consistency in the game, but it's just farther. It's just farther out. Like you can move it, you can move him in, but it's if you move him in, they kind of know you're blitzing. I mean, it doesn't really matter if they know you're blitzing because the way the online logic is, it's kind of hard to pick up blitzes. So, but yeah, this is just the alignment that, you know what I'm saying, coming free. But yeah, I'll show you guys. I just wanted to show you guys that real quick, right? Boom. So now spinner 2, we're gonna show with the same base alignment setup, right? Base alignment, and we're gonna show you guys right here. Spinner 2. This is basically a full pressure blitz. A full pressure blitz. My bad. All right, this is a full pressure blitz right here, and it's going to be sending 6. Now, I prefer to just send 5 because I feel like you don't need to send 6. So what you're going to do, slant. Why did he come to the line? He's not supposed to be there. Press, slant towards the right, and then you see that B receiver is going to be basically unmanned. You want to basically go run out to that B receiver. If he's on a slant or drag, you don't have to basically run out. You can see it. You can recognize it. If he's on like a corner, you want to run to it. Now, you want to basically sprint over there. So when you're standing right here, like you want to sprint over there pretty much as soon as like you see the route. So whatever route he's on, if he's on a corner route, if he's on a drag, you're good. And don't forget to shade outside and over the top if they're hitting you with corner routes. I'll show you guys that again. So press, crash right. Don't forget to shade outside and over the top if they're hitting you with corner routes. You can shade outside, you can shade only outside. You don't have to shade over the top, but outside and over the top really helps a lot. And then boom, you want to go see what that guy is doing. If he's on a, now this is like a, if they're starting to block that running back, because 6 versus 5 is kind of pointless this year because you are going to get in with 5 regardless. So it's like, why would you send 6? You know what I'm saying? So this is kind of like a little aggressive. Like you don't really have to do this all the time, only versus if they're blocking the running back a lot. And then if they start blocking their running back, remember, if they start blocking their running back a lot and they haven't set the running back on a play, there's some people that block their running back every single play, and you can actually put this guy in a zone, right? You can put him in a curl, you can put him in a hook, you can put him in a inside third, you know what I'm saying? You can put him in an outside quarter, like you can put him in a, you know what I'm saying? You can put him in a curl flat, you can put him in a hard flat, you can put him in a cloud flat, like, and that's something you can kind of you know what I'm saying, do. So boom, if that 6-man, you know what I'm saying, the running back, and sometimes that will happen. I forgot to leave him manned up, but that's what I was saying. If they start blocking their running back, but then they could get you like that if they've been blocking their running back all game, and then they kind of realize, oh, this guy never has a safety manned up to the running back, and then he could get you like that. So boom, right there. You want to basically go out to that B receiver though, just in case he's on a corner route though. So just remember that. Also, you can kind of do the same setup that I was just telling you about, right? So make sure you crash right, boom. And now if they're doing something like this, right, and you want to get real adjusty on them, right, like I said, you can set up a outside quarter right there, set up a cloud flat right there, and then set up an inside third right here. And now this is kind of going to be like, obviously you're more exposed on this side of the field, right? You're more exposed. You might want to put something like a hook right there, and then you'll leave anything like, if they run like a speed out, they'll run like a zig route or something like that, but you're just less exposed to the middle of the field. And then, you know what I'm saying, something like that, like it. Or you can do something like this where you put a cloud, you know what I'm saying, a cloud, a deep zone, and then you got everything over to the middle, right? And you know what I'm saying, you could make sure, this is one thing you kind of have to learn, right? If you're going to get overly adjusty, or you're going to get adjusty, you have to kind of have a good user and know what zones you're putting out on the field. Don't just blindly put out zones like, okay, I'm going to put this over here. I'm going to just put a random zone. I'm going to do a thing where I get super adjusty and I put like a curl, a cloud, and like, you know what I'm saying? And you just don't know where your user is. Because that's one thing you kind of need to know and get familiar with. Like, yo, if you put a cloud and a deep zone over here, and let's say you have a 20-yard cloud and a deep zone right there, you kind of know you have a 20-yard cloud. So what's going to be open on that side of the field? Drags to that side of the field from the tight end, slants, you know what I'm saying, motion over slants, a slant from the tight end or something like that, a running back in route, a zig route, a speed out route, you know what I'm saying, a curl route, like a hitch what I'm saying? If your user's not there, those are the things that can be open. But those are things you can live with, right? Because there's one down. Now, if you know what I'm saying, now that's like if you have like 20-yard cloud flats. Now if you have like 0-yard cloud flats, what you think is going to be open? It's probably going to be like a deep corner route from like a deep corner route. Let's say they put a smoke screen to pull down your cloud, and they put like a deep corner route from the trip side, double and sail play, right? Or like a corner route from. There's a lot of trips, tight end flex, and any trips thing. There's like a corner route that comes from the inside, one of the receivers, right? So it can get over the cloud. So you know that's going to get over the cloud, right? Something like that. You know, okay, that's going to get over the cloud. So I just got to, you know what I'm saying? But the 6-man blitz is going to get in. So it's like, okay, I got 6-man blitzing. I can play super aggressive. Like maybe you can, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you say, okay, if I got a 6-man blitz, I can play super aggressive. Like I can keep this hook row. I can, you know what I'm saying? I can basically guard. Or maybe you say, I'm not even going to take, maybe you say you're going to leave something like this and you're going to take the whole middle of the field. If they go on a streak on B, or, you know what I'm saying, if they go on a streak on B, or a post route from B, or a post route from the left side of the field, you got the streak, you got the post, and you're going to leave that right side of the field to that safety, and you're going to leave it isolated, and you'll live with the right side of the field. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. So, and then that's what you're going to do. So as soon as they hike, you're going to do that, you know what I'm saying? Run towards, you know what I'm saying? Run in that area if you see routes developing over the middle of the field, right? And that's where your users come in. Because if you see that, if they see it's an opening, right? Let's say they recognize, you know what I'm saying, you get an adjustee. I didn't mean to do that right there, but yeah, if they recognize you get an adjustee basically, and I caught a pick finally. But yeah, if they, and that was stock, that wasn't even shaded. But yeah, if they see you finally get an adjustee, and then they see like, oh, there's an opening, but you just bait them. You just bait them with your user. Boom, they seen an opening. You know what I'm saying? And that's just a little bonus. Obviously, you can do whatever you want to, like, you know what I'm saying, adjust. You can put whatever zones you want on the field. Right? I just gave you, like, you know what I'm saying, little, you know what I'm saying, little zones to like kind of bag, like, you know what I'm saying, certain things. It's just easy. Like if you put a bunch of zones on the left side of the field, you kind of know, okay, I have my responsibility on my user is the middle right side of the field. This makes it easy on you. You know what I'm saying? You can get real adjusty and put zones in, like, okay, you can put something like a cloud, a hook, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Cloud and 2 hooks if they're running a lot of slant, something like that. And then you know you have everything over the top, right? You have everything over the top, and then towards that right side. Like you know, right? That it's like, okay, I got I'll put it inside. Yeah, I'll put it inside. So if they run a streak from the slot, which is like more common, instead of putting like an inside third, I'll put it inside quarter, right? So it's like, okay, I got a 20-yard cloud. Let's say you had a 20-yard cloud, right? You have a 20-yard cloud. Let's say that was your zone drop. You have a 20-yard cloud, or 25 or a 30-yard cloud. Let's say you had a 30-yard cloud. You have an inside deep zone from the streak, just in case. This is just like what you recognize in route combos. You can do whatever you want, but this is like more in depth. You know what I'm saying? This is a bonus as well. This is not, you know what I'm saying, this is just bonus knowledge, right? So if you had something like that, you know what I'm saying, and you seen like, yo, okay, you could do that, you know what I'm saying, and then now you know if that guy runs a streak, right, you're probably gonna get picked up, right? But if he runs like, I mean, you're probably gonna get a touchdown. But if he runs anything else, like, and this is if you're sending 6, I would do this when you want to get like super adjusted. You want to send heavy pressure just in case, so they don't have the time to throw like a streak or a bomb on you. So something like this, and then you know you have to guard anything towards the middle of the field, right? So anything towards the middle is yours. So you know what I'm saying, come down, boom, anything towards the middle is yours, and then everything going to that side of the field, you're kind of going to eat, right? Or you're going to, you know what I'm saying, keep that safety in the hook. But yeah, that's just kind of, you know what I'm saying, just get acquainted with, like, you know what I'm saying, if you want to, you don't have to do anything like crazy in this game, but if you want to, like, if you're playing somebody good and now you're turning it into a chess match, you want to basically have the ability to like think and use your head, like, yo, if I put some zones over here and I man a couple guys up over here, like, I know I can use it over here and basically make it harder for this guy to make a read. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he has to use a different setup. Maybe even killing you with one play the whole game, and now you're making him think, or maybe him use another setup. You know what I'm saying? Just in time for the blitz to come in. But yeah, that's it. For a spinner. Now we're gonna go over a little cover 2. If you like running zone, if you like running cover 2, right? Just to test, maybe you don't know how to stop somebody. BB Fire 2. You know what I'm saying? Standard kind of works every single year, right? All you want to do is press, crash towards the running back, and that's all you want to do. Now, you can put this guy in the mid read, you can put him in the middle third. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to get beat over the middle, you can put him in the mid read instead of the hook curl. Whatever you want to do. instead of the vert hook I meant. Sometimes the vert hook is good, but yeah. So people are going to try to hit you with seam routes, you know what I'm saying? They're going to hit you with post routes over the middle, basically in the middle. So deep third will probably be your safest option, right? Make sure you blitz your user, stand over here. And this is really good versus tight formations. This is probably like, it's really good for this tight formations, and with zone drops, it is pretty good. If you have like 25-yard zone drops right here, you know what I'm saying? It's pretty good. You know the blitz is going to come in fast. And gonna go knock the ball. Hey buddy. Okay, boom. And you know what I'm saying, sometimes you just want to keep, you might just want to keep no, like I said, no zone drops until they can show you they can beat you with it. Because if they getting the ball out fast, right, and you know they're getting the ball out fast, right, you don't really need to, you know what I'm saying, you don't really need to change your zone drops, right? I only change my zone drops if I'm really getting adjusted. Boom, blitz is gonna come in. Like if they're sending out 5, you want to force them with these blitzes, right? You want to force them basically to, so crash towards running back right here. You want to force them to basically start blocking their running back and send less routes out. Give you a lot better chance, because then you can start running man coverage when they send less routes out, and then it's gonna get a little bit, you know what I'm saying, easier for you. So boom, right here, boom, right. Easy money. If they're gonna take 4 yards of play, oh, you'll live with that, right? Like 4 yards of play is like better than a 1-play touchdown or a corner route for like 35 yards and then breaking the tackle with Parham. Like, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna live with that. But like I said, I like to keep him. I don't even really like the vert hook. I'd rather the mid read. Like I really, you know what I'm saying, the deep blue is cool, but I'd rather mid read, you know what I'm saying, something like that. Boom, right there. Boom, easy money. That's DB Fire 2 versus cover versus tight formations. Now we're gonna go over max coverage style. Like if you're, let's say you're playing somebody that's a decent passer, right? You want to make sure, oh, what did I do? You want to make sure your flats are on 10 for here. Like I said, the only change your flats and stuff like that if they are potentially just like, if they can't stop your stock like coverages. So yeah, but flats on 10 for this, right? You run flats on 10 for this, and then this is really good for tight formations, right? Because the corner routes kind of get back. So boom, press, shit underneath, crash towards the running back or crash out, right, depending. Now in practice mode, I've noticed the sheds don't come really in on 3-man rushes, but in the game, if you guys noticed, the D-line pressure is overtuned. So but in practice mode it's pretty normal. So I'll show you guys right here, right? This is how it's gonna, you're gonna have 4 D blues and then the hard flats on 10. And then since they're hard flats, even though they're on 10, they're going to be more aggressive if they actually are throwing like drag routes or something like that, or something like flat routes, even though they're on 10, but they're going to back up like a little bit farther. So yeah, so boom. You know what I'm saying? Not crazy like time in the pocket, but not like it's not coming in immediately. But in the game, you'll have sometimes where like Sam Adams will come. I didn't mean to contain. Well, Sam Adams will come straight off the A gap, like, you know what I'm saying, or Warren Sapp will come straight through the A gap. You'll have Lawrence Taylor beating his man, or Bruce Smith beating his man like immediately, like, and like right here, he's not like getting super pressured. He just threw it away because nobody really like came through. But yeah, shade down. I didn't mean to contain. I always contain. It's like a habit. But yeah, I didn't mean to contain. You can crash up or crash right. I'll crash up here. I think I crashed right last time. Boom. And you see right there, DT coming straight through. And sometimes he'll come through the A gap like that. Sometimes that'll happen. So, you know what I'm saying? This is just pretty much a standard, like, you know what I'm saying? If tester, if they're actually dotting up man, because the thing about like a meta defense, right? Since everybody's running the loop, everybody's kind of learning how to beat it. So people are learning, okay, how to block it. Now there's videos on how to block it. People are learning how to beat it. There's other man coverage beater. There's corn routes. There's people kind of learning everything how to beat it because it's being played against. But a lot of people don't really know how to beat zone yet because there's nobody really running zone. So it's like if you run a zone, like you might run a basic zone like this, probably would get cooked in previous years. You know what I'm saying? With hitches and curls and stuff like that. But people this year, you run zone a little bit and they don't know what to do because they haven't seen it all year. So is a standard, like, you know what I'm saying? Okay, shed, nice. So that's it. Cover 4 drop, you know what I'm saying? Max coverage, easy. All right, now first things first, is go over shotgun runs. Now this is basically if you if first downs, right? If they're in shotgun and they're running out of shotgun, they're just the best player ever. So don't really get mad. You know what I'm saying? They're smart. They're a good player. They're probably gonna run like until if they get 6 yards, they'll probably run and mix in the run to the point where they could get first downs and stuff like that. But first thing you want to do, you want to come out and spinner, right? And obviously the same thing, man, up to these guys on the outside, right? Shade outside, shade over the top, right? You can shade wherever you want, but this is like for corner routes, right? So you want to come right here. I like to man myself up to the running back just in case, so I get a better like angle when I click off, and then when I'm going towards him, right here. Obviously, you can crash. Sometimes you don't even want to crash for this, honestly, but you can crash right if you want. I just don't like crashing because I feel like sometimes you'll get picked up. You want to sit right here. You want to sit a little bit farther from where you were right here. You want to sit right here, like not too close to his right butt cheek, no homo. But yeah, so boom, go right here, and then boom, tackle him, boom. Now, if you got a good user and you can make that hit stick, right? Because sometimes, obviously, if they see you shoot through the gap, they're gonna do the thing where they try to like hard cut you or left stick you or jukebox you. But if they have like Derrick Henry or something, wrap them up. If they have Joe Mixon, you can go for the hit stick. If you actually like, if this is like your first play of the game, and like, or it's first downs or something like that, and they don't know you know how to do it, go for the hit stick. I would go for the hit stick. If they jukebox you and take it up for 10-15 yards, live with it, but go for the hit stick, because if you get a lucky fumble first play, boom, like it's lovely. But if they have Derrick Henry, go for the sharp tackle. If they have any abilities on mixing like jukebox, go for the sharp tackle. You know what I'm saying? Not the sharp tackle, but the conservative tackle. You know what I'm saying? Hey, so boom, sit right here. You know what I'm saying? Shade outside over the top. Make sure you do that. Make sure you always do that. For corner routes, like you don't have to shade for normal things, but yeah, for corner routes, yeah, do that. And then they run inside zone, and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you don't get that gap shoot. Like sometimes you don't. It is pretty hard. It's not easy because you have to basically know when they're snapping it. So basically, honestly, I like to make sure you have your game sound on. You can kind of hear when the ball is snapped, right? Boom, right there. Like right there, the guard actually came up to me second level, and I couldn't hide. I couldn't hide behind this D tackle, and I couldn't hide from the guard, and he actually came second level. So make sure you don't get too close, because sometimes that will happen. Make sure you don't get too close, because sometimes that will happen. It is not super like consistent, but on first downs, I would say go all out to like stop it. So if you know they're gonna do it, stand a little bit back, right? Stand like right here. If you know they're gonna do it, and you know they're not passing, you know you don't need the blitz to come in. I just got picked up again. So that's gonna happen sometimes. I'm not gonna lie to you, and you kind of have to do it really fast. Like you have to basically, as soon as he comes in, boom, right? You want to sit right here. So sit right here, boom. Pay attention. Keep your head in the game. Boom. Hit him hard. Try to, you know what I'm saying, make the tackle. But keep your head in the game, man. Sometimes you might gotta lean in, man, to see when the ball is snapped. Because if you come a little late on the inside zone, you're gonna get picked up. So if the ball is snapped right there, look, boom. You come there right there, you can make the, you know what I'm saying, make the tackle. Now sometimes you might miss it, sometimes something like that will happen, and they'll take 3 yards, but that's so much better. But if you know they're constantly running something like a shotgun run right there. Now, if you're constantly running like that, right? Bring your safety into the box, right? That's manned up to the running back. And now you sit right here on your safety. And then, you know what I'm saying? First off, the safety is going to be faster if you don't have safeties there. Second off, you have somebody else in the box to help, right? And what that's going to do is, if you're going to do this, right, man, this guy up to the running back just in case, right? But yeah, now you have somebody else in the box to help, right? So if that happens, boom, hit him hard, and make sure you hit him hard and get the run. But you have somebody else in the box to help. Obviously they can pass on you if they see you coming down to the safety, or they can try to quick throw to the running back, but that's why you reman them up to the running back, right? And right there, hit him hard, right? Boom, easy money, sniper, run defense. Now I'm gonna save the best for last. This is the best, like probably the some run stock right here. This is probably like your bread and butter here, because it's like, it's safe, right? Safe and easy, right? You come out and cover 2-man. It's 2-man under, right? You know what I'm saying? Standard 2-man under. I'll go into a tight formation, right? Standard 2-man under. Let's run bench, right? Let's run, do they have bench in here? Yeah, bench. All right. So standard 2-man under, right? Press, right? And right here, what you want to do, you want to shade underneath. You want to play aggressive here. So you're gonna want to shade underneath, right? You can shade underneath and outside for corner routes as well, because you can shade multiple things, right? You're gonna want to use her, the guy that's blitzed, right? So sometimes you see how he's on the running back. Sometimes you just man up this guy to the running back that's towards the running back, and then user him, right? So that's kind of better. Now you want to shade underneath and outside, or you want to just shade underneath. You want to basically play aggressive here, or you want to shade, you know what I'm saying, inside, right? Whatever you want to do, kind of whatever you want to do. Underneath and outside is probably like your standard, right? But if you want to shade inside, you want to shade underneath, you want to play more aggressive, you know what I'm saying. And this is basically a 3-man blitz to get home, right? Make sure you blitz your user, right? And you can crash up, or you can crash towards the running back. And now what you want to look for is, you want to look for the routes that you know are gonna beat man coverage. So if they're hitting you with corners, deep corners, anything like that, right? You know those routes are gonna beat man coverage. So you basically want to look for those. So if you see anything that's gonna beat man coverage, a corner route, you see a post, you see a motion over slant, you see a slant, you want to go for those. If you see something that's like, you really want to look for corner routes this year. You want to look for corner routes because those are basically the biggest man beating routes. Corner routes, post routes, and yeah. So you see anything, you want to look, you want to look, you want to look. You see that guy's going straight. You know that if that guy's going straight, he's probably going on a corner, because you know you have a streak there. So you know you have a deep blue there. So you know if he's going straight, he's probably going on a corner. So you want to, but your shade underneath and outside is going to help the corner route. So this is kind of why you're like, streak, nah. And you're on this side, so unless they're like throwing to their tight end a lot, let's say that tight end corner is beating you, right? Boom, right? Something like this. You might want to just run to, you know what I'm saying, run to the tight end. Like if they're throwing an out route, you'll live with that every time. Like those out routes, you'll just live with, especially if they're going out of bounds. But yeah, shade underneath, shade outside, and man this guy up towards the running back, right? And then blitz this guy, so you have freedom to roam, right? So boom. Boom right there. Now, that corner route is kind of going to be sometimes going to be open on that left. They run like this. But you can also, now you can do the thing where I'm going to just choose and play to show you, right? So, for example, cover 2, linebacker. Oh, I meant to show you guys real quick. Hold on. Let me let him throw it. Throw something, dude. Throw something, dude. Why did he lob it like that? All right, hold on. I want to show you guys this real quick. So if you choose to play, if you want to, right, you can do something like a 25-yard curl, right? 20, 25, depending on what you like, 20, 25-yard curl, and then you can basically play more aggressive, right? You can play more aggressive, and then you can do something like this, right? You can do 2 curls. Basically, if they're running like a lot of corner routes and stuff like that, and you see them only running corner routes, and they haven't even put a streak on the field once, something like that, and then you're shading underneath and outside. Now, shading underneath and oh my bad, shade underneath and outside, and then re-put these guys in curls, right? This means that if they're not running streaks, it's only if they're not running streaks. If you shade underneath like this, make sure they're not running streaks, because underneath will get burned over the top on a streak. Any streak beats underneath this game. So it's like, even from the tight end. So if they're doing this, you're going to see, boom, kind of, you see that? And you see how, like, when he ran to the corner, that curl was like, that corner route was like kind of bagged. So I'll show you guys again, right? Boom, boom. This is like if they're running bench, something like that. If they're running corner routes a lot on you, like something like this. You can shade underneath and outside, or you can just say shade outside, right? Make sure you recurl your thing. Make sure you shade first and then put the curls. But yeah, you can actually just not shade underneath. You can shade over outside, and then you see where that corner, you see where that curl, where that corner route went. As soon as he went, there was a guy over there. That's kind of what you kind of want to do. You can shade outside right here. If you're gonna do this, probably best to just shade outside. You know what I'm saying? Maybe even shade inside and let him go. Maybe shade inside. Move this guy, man this guy up. Shade inside. You can shade inside. You can run it stock as well. See right there. You see how Cooper Kupp beat? Okay, he actually threw it. That's a laser. That was out of bounds. I don't think that might have been a laser. But you see how he beat him, and then I showed that again. I actually showed it again. I was shaded inside, right? So like slants and posts, they're gonna play better, right? But they're gonna give up the corner route. But then that's why you have a guy back there with the corner route. So you see how he beat him that time? Like plays like, what's that play in tight offset? It's the PA shot seams. Like a play like that will probably beat, like will go where that Cooper Kupp went, and they'll be able to throw that very far back. But that's why you can change it to 30. But yeah, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Some defense for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Max coverage. I would probably, if I was you, look to run the cover 2 man under. You know what I'm saying? Look to run the spinner, and then look to run the cover 4 drop contain. Those are probably your 3 bread and butter. They're probably the best, like, you know what I'm saying? Solid, not too much thinking, but very effective. And that's kind of what you want to do. And then you can start mixing it up. Don't get too crazy on adjusting. Play basic, smart, basic, score your points. You know what I'm saying? Play your defense smart and basic with a blitz every now and then. Mix it up too. Don't play like a bot. I'm out. Peace.